Hey, good evening, everyone. So we will start our session sharp at 6 p.m. Just wait for another 5 minutes. Thank you. So Shankar, let's get started for the day. I think very less people have joined. Maybe more people will come up. So shall we get started? So,
Yeah, I think we can start.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So welcome guys to the session Appium. So currently we are focusing on the Appium framework that is used for the automation of devices. Okay, so let me go through this slide. Yes. So today we will be focusing on the just an high level updates like Appium, so which we are used for the automation of devices, that is Android and iOS devices. So today we'll be focusing on Android side. Okay, so later on we will be having another session for iOS devices and the clarifications we have need any type of clarifications. So those will be included in our next session. So today we'll be focusing on the Android side, and in Android side, what are the different features that we are able to automate. Okay, now Appium. So when we have in the real industry, which we are talking like which type of tools you have used, we'll be telling like Selenium, Appium, Vinium, lot of tools we are telling like, is it a tool or something like that? So we won't say it as a tool. It's a framework, right? So it's a combination of framework. Selenium is also, since Selenium IDE, integrated development environment, is there. So we can say it as a tool. Selenium is actually a combination of frameworks. We don't have any specified tool like that, right? So Appium is also a defined set of frameworks which we can develop the tool. Okay, so I hope you guys able to follow me. So if you have any questions, please stop me and ask the questions. Okay, now Appium, yes, Appium is an open source framework which they are providing the library files where we can build up our own tools that is used for the automation purpose, that we can automate Android devices and iOS devices. In Android, so we have several set of features, that is applications which we are using. Mobile web application. What is mobile web application? Yeah, that will be a website. So we are using in the laptop, right? Facebook, www.facebook.com, we are using in the desktop. The same we are loading in the mobile devices as well. In Android and iOS, we are taking up in, whether it is on Android, we will be taking up the Chrome browser. Within the Chrome browser, we will be loading the Facebook, right? So what all the responsive applications are there, we can load in our devices as well. That is the web app. So now moving to the app, that is the native or hybrid app, which is the specific application that is providing with the OS, maybe Android OS, we can install this app in our devices and we can use the corresponding functionalities. Maybe through the Play Store, we are installing the Facebook, and through the app, we can do the corresponding functionalities. So that is Facebook. Mostly it's a hybrid app. So we will go through the session later on detailed regarding that one. And now, yes, iOS also we are able to automate, but there are a lot of limitations are there when we are using Appium within iOS. The one thing like if we are moving on with iOS automation, preferably we need Mac machine. Okay, so Android we can use the Windows OS, and in Windows OS, that is in our laptop, we can install all the details and we are able to automate. That's fine. That's quite easy thing. But if you are moving on with iOS, surely we need Mac machine. Otherwise, and Mac machine and lot of prerequisites are there, just like Apple developer account. We know about that, the restrictions provided by the Mac machine. So yeah, that kind of things we'll be seeing in next session. Okay. Now, Appium is actually an open source which we can easily install in our. Currently, I'm telling about the Android, so I'll be telling like Windows OS we can install in our machine, and we can automate different set of mobile apps. So regarding the, if we are moving on with the detailed part of the Appium is actually a web server. Okay. So for example, like I'll be say, comparing it with a calculator. So calculator in Windows, how it's installed. There is an exe file is there for the calculator. We can double click. That is installed already in our Windows. So it is, we can double click and we can use the calculator functionality and all these kind of things. But this is actually a web server, okay, which we are connected through another set of services. Then only we are able to use the Appium. So we are not able to directly install. It is not an exe file or something like that, just to install in our machine to use. So we will look into the detailed part of the installation by looking into that one. Okay. Now it is maintained by Dan Cellular, Jonathan Litz, and number of other contributors are there, which currently maintaining the Appium things. Okay. Now it support the automation of mobile web apps, which already described, like mobile web apps, native and hybrid. Okay. I will go through the detailed part of the native and hybrid part if you don't worry about that. Okay. Now it's a common high level, just like it's a client server architecture. So I think you guys know about that client server. What means a client server architecture? Facebook, you can take it as an example for that. What we are facing will be the UI part, right? The Facebook UI part, that mostly we are the client. Yes. Now the server, the backend, how they are storing the data. Maybe web services will be there. Through the web services, they are doing the functionality and they're saving the data in the database. Don't know about that Facebook, which type of database they are using. Maybe Oracle or SQL or something like that. So we can mention this like client server architecture, just same like the Appium also using the client server architecture. Okay. So Appium server actually written in Node.js. So surely Appium is actually is a web server with written in Node.js. So surely Node.js is also the same kind of a web server which is provided in JavaScript for the communication purpose. So installation part, we'll be looking into that. Yes, iOS mobile and Android, it will be supporting native app, hybrid app, mobile web app, just like I mentioned. Now, yes, we'll be having a different set of languages, right? Java, Ruby, Python, JavaScript, PHP, C#, all the things. Yes, we are able to add the Appium library files and we are able to automate. But mostly now the industry is going on with Java, because there was a lot of issues previously. Currently the Appium version is 1.16. Previously, as of the experience also, we just used 1.10. That was the accurate and apt version for the Appium side, because there was a lot of issues was there. Currently, yes, they have rectified most of the issues and it is able to automate so efficiently. So companies also preferring Appium for the device set of automations. And just want to give some of the information, like we have a lot of pay tools also there. Okay, so Appium is open source, and just like the pay tools, if I can say, like CTest, Eggplant, and yes, that is the tools which providing as the paid tool. Okay, now the different set of languages it's supporting, and we'll be moving on to Java only. Okay, so if you are focusing on C#, yes, it is possible. You can use the corresponding C# prerequisites, just like Visual Studio, and you can install. And the core concept for Java and C# are same. So you just understand the core concept and you can automate in any of the languages. Okay. Now, yeah, just like I mentioned previous time, there was a lot of issues was there with Appium because one thing which we noted like the calendar. So I think if you guys doing the automation thing, how we are accessing the date picker, maybe calendar they're providing. A lot of issues are there within the selection of the calendar from the Android devices and the frame, switching from one frame to another frame. And it was not handled properly previous time. So that kind of restrictions they have cleared, and they have implemented a lot of functions just like pinch. So we are doing a pinch just like zoom in and zoom out. So those kind of features they have implemented. Okay, we can note out the current activity, we can lock the devices. So all this kind of later functionalities also they have added. Okay, so it is nothing but it's a common API. They are using the Rust API, and using the Rust API, they are providing the connectivity. So during the installation part, I will be explaining. So that will be so much easier for you guys for understanding purpose. Okay. Yeah. So what are the different test features that we can automate within Android and iOS? Real devices. So real devices means we are focusing on the real set of devices. We are using the real devices, right? Emulators. What is emulator? So if it is Android, we are calling it as emulator, and iOS, we are calling it as simulator. Emulator is nothing but the blueprint of the real device, but it is not the exact device that will be covering mostly the software part, emulator. But the physical part is not, we are not able to say that it is not covering physical part. Physical part, it's covering only the 40%, and emulator is covering mostly 98%. We can say not able to say 100%, that's why I'm saying 98%. So 98% of the software is handled by the emulator. Okay, so in real-time world, uh, if it is moving on with UAT testing or something like that, we will be preferring only real devices. Why we are focusing on the real devices for the automation? You know about that. That is the difference which now itself I have told. Real devices means real device. It's 100% efficiency is there for the real device, right? If emulator is using, we are using a copy of the real device, but the exact physical appearance is not there. So in emulator, in real environment also, we are getting a lot of devices, a lot of defect. That's we are running the scripts in emulator. It is 100% clearing for the test cases, but the same test cases is failing in real devices due to the physical enhancements. Okay, so all the times the company will be preferring only the real devices automation things. So if any developers is there, they can understand what is emulator. Now, yeah, the Android, we can focus on real device automation. Emulators are there. Okay. Now, mobile Chrome in Android, mostly as per the research also in previous year, we have got like in Chrome browser only all the people's we are focusing on, nothing other browsers we are using. So mobile Chrome, we need to be focused on, and cloud platform. Currently, I mentioned like pCloudy. Okay, pCloudy is AWS is there, Amazon Web Services are there, then CTest is there. Okay, that is this is actually pCloudy is the paid one. Okay, paid one like for example, why we need cloud platform. For example, now we have a pandemic situation here, right? So in this situation, company is asking to do the real-time device automation. How we can do? If they are telling like we need to do in a Mac machine, do we have any Mac machine in our home? Do we have the devices with us? For example, they are telling like, okay, do the automation in Android. What are the versions of Android we have? A Pi is there, right? A lot of versions we have. Now it's going to be Android 11, right? Yes. So mostly all the users, maybe the clients are using from 6 version up to 11 version. A lot of people are using, but I think the latest version we need to be checked 8, 9, 10, 11. Surely the people will be using that. So we should have 4 devices, 4 real devices to automate. Is it to maintain little bit difficult, right? So also in the laptop, we need to connect all the 4 devices parallelly. Maybe we'll be having a serial USB cable for that one to connect the 4 devices and you need to execute. It's a little bit tough, right? So cloud platform is nothing but they are providing Android devices. That is the real devices only. Okay, they have the internal company. They are providing a server lab. Through the server lab, they have already connected a lot of devices. Okay, that they have access to a web server, and that connectivity they are providing to us. So it is just like a web page. I will show that one too. Okay, it is nothing but a web page that will be listing a lot of devices. Android devices will be there, iOS devices will be there, that they are providing in their environment. We just need some decide capabilities, maybe the access to that device, and that access will be incorporating with our automation script. Just execute. The execution will be happening in their device. That's it. So they are providing their device to us for the automation purpose. So we need to pay someone. That's it. So in this kind of pandemic situation, that will be helpful, so helpful. Okay, so real-time devices, maintaining 4 or 5 devices. The initial investment was so much high, both having pros and cons. Okay, the initial investment was so much high for the real devices, but we can maintain it for future as well. But in cloud platform, yearly we need to maintain it. So CTest and pCloud or this kind of tools, I think 3,000 US dollar for a single license. I think so. So not exactly, but it's nearly about that cost. And 2 users, yes, predominantly we can use 2 users. Yes, 2 users we can use this license. Okay, that is the pCloud and all these kind of things. Yes, iOS also real devices we are able to automate. And if it is iOS, we'll be seeing like simulators. And in iOS, we are mainly focusing on Safari browser. We know about that. Everyone using Safari browser in iOS. And cloud platform as well, pCloud, we are able to automate. Okay. So do we have any questions or something? Is it clear? You're good to go, right? Okay. So there are some limitations for Android. So yeah, the limitations are Android, the main version, which we need at like 4.2 plus. So below that versions, we are not able to do the automation things. And it is not needed. As of now, we are not going in with the other type of versions, right? Below 4.2, we are not using. What's the need of that? For iOS and yes, Mac 10.7 plus lower versions not supported. Okay. So just remember all these kind of things. So people will be setting all these kind of things. Okay. And they'll be trying to automate the Android version below 4.2 and it is not able to automate. It is not supported. Okay. There are a lot of features while we are looking into the installation part. Before installing Appium, we need to check. Okay. Yeah, that's it. And this is just like an architect. Okay. How the connectivity and all these things are working. Okay, test script. So Java. So where we are writing our script in Eclipse, right? So we are writing. So just on a high level flow, we will be writing our script in our Eclipse. We'll be opening and writing all these things. So okay, and after that we will be installing Appium server. Okay, during the installation part, you will be getting an idea. Okay, I will explain one more time. So during our installation part, how this is going to be work. So this will be helpful. So at the installation part. Okay. So now we have written the JavaScript, and we have used some of the library files from already installed in our Appium. So mixed up Java, including the Appium commands. We have written some code. Okay, after right click, and we are executing this. This code will have a contact with the Appium server. Appium server we have already installed. Just think like that. Okay. Now the code will be passed to the server. From the server, it will be calculating. That is inbuilt process. It's happening. The class loader and all these kind of things, don't get confused. But the Appium server is doing the functionality. That's it. Okay. From that, we have a bridge is there. Okay. For the Android side, we have a bridge. Through the bridge, it will be contacting to the device. Just think like that. Don't get confused. Don't get so much detail on this kind of things. It's just like we have written some code. There is two middle part are there. Okay, Appium server. First of all, the return code will be go to the Appium server. From the Appium server, there is a bridge. Through the bridge, it will contact to the device. Now the device will give a response back to the Appium server through this bridge, and the Appium server giving this response back to a script. That's it. Completed. Okay. So this is the architect structure. So how this communication is happening? So it is happening to the JSON wire protocol. Okay. Yes. So this is the same like which I have told, and yeah, UI automata, this kind of things are there. I will move on to the UI automata. One more thing is there, but during the installation part, I will try to explain that one. That will be helpful for you guys. Otherwise, it will be so much so confused. Okay. Now, these are the requirements to start with the automation. Just go through this slide. First of all, Java IDE, Eclipse. Eclipse or any editorial window. Okay, I'm just mentioned like Eclipse only. If you guys are focusing on C#, I will be using Visual Studio. Okay. Currently, we are focusing on Java. So I've just mentioned Eclipse, or Spring is also there. Okay. Now, Java JDK 8. I preferably mention JDK 8. Why it's mentioned, I will tell you guys. Now, after Eclipse Java installation, I'm using Maven project. Okay. Why Maven project? Yes, comparing to Java project, there is a lot of advantages for this Maven project. So plugin adding efficiency and all these kind of things. And after that, we need to install Android SDK. So first of all, Java, okay, Eclipse. So after Eclipse, we need to install Android SDK. Okay, these are the main installation parts: Java, Eclipse, Android SDK. These three things. Okay, after the installing these three things, we will be taking out the Eclipse and we'll be creating a project. That project currently we are using Maven project. Okay, and TestNG framework also. TestNG and JUnit is there. These TestNG and JUnit are the unit frameworks which we are used for the execution, the unit code execution. Mostly it's previous times they are using by the developers, but this framework, it is useful, so useful for the automation people to run the test cases. Okay, we are writing the test cases, so we need to run the test cases. Using normal Java application, we are not able to get a proper output. It will be getting, but we need to write a lot of codes for that. But TestNG, they are providing a feasible and understandable framework which we are able to run the test cases and get the output. That's why we are everyone now the automation in mostly framework is there, they are using TestNG. Okay, now emulator and real devices. Yes, here I'm going to show the demo for the emulator. Real devices is also there, but if I show also, you guys not able to view, right? So that's why I will tell how the real device is also connecting and how the scripts we are able to run in the real device. But currently we can focus on the emulator because you guys can see what are the things happening inside that device. Okay. Now Appium server installation and Node.js. Okay. We can move to the installation part and the setup. This kind things I'll be telling. Okay. I hope everyone able to see my machine here.
Not yet. I think we are still seeing the PPT. So people, I mean, who were watching us with YouTube or Zoom, please use the chat window if you have any doubt or anything. I mean, we'll try to clear this out. So please try to use the chat window. So I think we still see a blank screen. We're just waiting for it. Yeah, I think it's coming in.
Where about now?
So we could just see the browser.
Yeah, yes, that's it.
Yeah, perfect.
So as of now, any questions or something?
I think we are good. No
Okay.
questions in the chat window. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Now, I have typed Appium. You can see here, this is the authorized website for Appium. Okay. Always, if you guys are downloading any kind of, not only I'm telling about the Appium, if you are focusing on any set of automation things, say maybe Selenium, Appium library files, you maybe a lot of websites you can see. Okay. If you are downloading anything, please download from the official website. Otherwise, it can happen a lot of defects within our execution scripts. Okay, try to install all the library files from the corresponding authorized websites. So this is the Appium website. Okay, so all the details they are providing in here. There's what all the things we need to be handled and all these kind of things. Appium commands, what are the things, how we can install the Appium and all these kinds of things. Okay, so now I have already told you before the installation part, we need to read out what are the things they are providing. Then we need to move to the setup part. Okay, documentation. In the documentation window, we can see the drivers option here. See, iOS test they are providing, XUI test that is regarding to iOS. Just avoid that one. So currently we are focusing on Android, right? So Android, what they're providing: UI Automator, UI Automator 2, and Espresso. Okay, so just like the mentioned in the name, UI Automator is the previous version. UI Automated 2 is the current version. Espresso currently we are not using. So I will get a detailed session when we have the next session for that. Okay. Now, UA Automated 2 is the latest version which we are using. That is the internal framework which we are using for the automation purpose. Okay. UA Automated 2. So here also they mention what are the requirements we need for the installation. So always please look into this kind of things. Here they mention UI Automated 2, which we are using like Java 8, right? So that's why in your machine, you prefer Java 8. Okay, otherwise people will be, most of the kinds in a lot of website, they'll be telling like, yeah, install Java and install Appium and do this kind of prerequisites and you are able to run. While run, they'll be getting an error. Installation and all these things will be perfect, but while run, they'll be getting error. Why they are getting error? Java, it's mentioned only Java. They'll be installing, maybe I think the Java, the latest version is 16, Java 16. So they'll be installing Java 16 and they'll be installing all the prerequisites for the API kind of things and will be trying to run some of the inbuilt library files which they able to capable to run will be not running. So they will need to take out the logs. They need to take out each logs and they need to check why happened, what kind of happened. So they will be getting from the logs. Otherwise, it will be so much difficult to identify the defect. So the requirements, always check the requirements. If you are going through some other automation also, first of all, read out what they are told in their website. So based on that one, read out the requirements part. After that, do the installation. Okay. Now, first of all, I have told you, right? Java installation. So here, Java 8. Okay, I have already know about that how to install Java, right? Just go to the Oracle website. So install Java 8 from there. So mostly you can take 64-bit. Okay. So after installing Java, first of all, your environment variables. So in that, Android home, sorry, yeah, Java home. So after installing Java home, you need to set up in the environment variables. So if you are using your own laptop, you can set it out in user variables. Okay, that's fine. But uh, yeah, in company also maybe the same system can be shared for a different set of peoples, right? So if you are the only person using this automation things, you can set in the user variables. Otherwise, if the three peoples who are joined, they need this Java support, you can add in the system variables. Okay. Hello. Yeah. So yes,
Yeah,
that
we are
is
good. We are good.
okay. So that is regarding Java. Now the Java setup and all these things completed. Now we need to install Eclipse. So I think you know about that, how to install Eclipse. Just search for the Eclipse editorial window download. Just download the exe file and install from there. Please don't copy the portable Eclipse editorial window. We'll be getting portable editorial window means we'll be getting a folder. So inside that one, there is an exe file to uh, load the Eclipse file from there. So Eclipse window, we not need to install. That is the portable Eclipse IDE benefit. We not need to install Eclipse. We can just download the folder and we can unzip that one and we can use it for our automation scripting part. The one thing which we noted, like if you are working in the company, they are providing limited ports. Okay, port means a gateway that used for the connectivity with the external uh, kind of applications and all these things. Okay, so maybe if the port is not enabled, which already configured in this Eclipse, a lot of issues is happen, like so many guys are downloading the folder file for the Eclipse and loading the Eclipse window from there and trying to execute. It will not execute properly because the port will be disabled in here. So we can rectify those kind of issues. We can move to the Eclipse register key is there in the background. In that register key, we can enable the port and it will be running, but it will be so much difficult, right? So according to my experience, please download the exe file and try to install within your machine. Why happening while install the Eclipse means it will be automatically registering to our background network connectivity, and if the port is already used by something, it will be enabling a new port. So there will not be any kind of issues will be there. Because why I'm saying like that, installation things will be something good, but when you try to execute the code at that time, you will be getting the error. That is the main thing. Okay, so please note out all these kind of things. Now, the second thing, yes, Eclipse, Java installation is completed. Now we need to move on to the Eclipse. The Eclipse installation is also done. Okay, so you will be getting a page like this. That's it. Let it be there. Now, we need to install Android SDK. Just like Java, one more thing is there, always download Java JDK, okay, development kit. Don't move on with Java runtime environment, because see, we are testers, yes, but we are also doing the coding part, right? We are not only running this coding, we need to compile the code and we need to perform the action and we need to run this code. So all these compilation codes which will be integrated in JDK. So most of the times people will be downloading JRE, and the initial, just like mentioned, the initial configurations and all these things will be fine. And at the runtime, compilation gone. Again, they need to download. So always remember to download JDK. Okay. Now, Android SDK. So that is the main thing which we needed for the uh, device automation. So Android SDK, okay, built-out version is there. So they are also mentioning 24. Okay, how we can install Android SDK? So we can simply search on the website and you will be getting Android SDK from an external. There are a lot of websites that providing we can simply download Android SDK, but there is a lot of issues happen those kind of downloading for Android SDK. For that thing, actually we need Android Studio. Okay, Android Studio is nothing but uh, the developers use to develop the application within the devices, that is mainly focusing on the Android side. Okay, you can simply download Android Studio. So first of all, we are focusing on Java, then install Eclipse, then Android Studio. Okay, download Android Studio. That's it. That you can simply 3264-bit is there. Mostly we are using 64-bit. So yes, it's providing for 0.2.2 for Windows 64-bit. Just download. It's providing an exe file. Just install that. That's it. So we are getting a window like this. This is the Android Studio. You can see it here, right? So this is the Android Studio. After installation, it will be coming like this. Don't think of this device. I will tell you later how we can show. So this is the what to say? Yes, Android Studio. Now, while installing, before installation, it is asking so much questions. So instead that we can select the option Android SDK. So always it will be listing the latest Android SDK in there. So don't worry for that. In website also they are mentioning like build tool version is 24. Okay, so I have tried with that because the website is also I think it's edited somewhat before, right? They have not yet tried with the latest Java 16 and the latest SDK files, but I have tried with Android SDK latest version, but it is working fine. So don't worry for that. Okay, but Java version as of now we have not tried, just tried with Java 8. So we can see here my Java version is also, I have installed Java 8. Okay, not Java 16. Java 16 and the latest version for the Android SDK. So just like before installation, it will be asking like which details which we need for this. So in that we have an option like Android SDK. So it is already ticked. So don't need to worry about that. So without Android SDK, we are not able to install Android Studio. It is mandatory because without Android Studio, it's just like a language which used for the Android for the development purpose. So it won't work. So just install this Android Studio. That's it. It will be automatically installed Android SDK. So while installing, it will be asking for the path. So in my machine, you can see I have installed Android. So you can see here, right? You can see here Android. So folder is there. Inside that Android folder, SDK is there. So you can see here, right? So inside the lot of files are there. Okay. Now, after installing Android Studio, now Android SDK is also installed. So for basically, if you are using for real-time devices, we don't need Android Studio. Okay, we can directly download Android SDK from any of the website, and it will be getting a folder like this. Okay, we can copy paste that folder, and in the environment variable settings, previously what we have done Java home, right? Just like we need to set Android home. In Android home, in the path variables, the path will be first of all Android home tools, platform tools, inside that tools bin. Okay, tools and platform tools and bin. You can see here. I think I will show that. So inside this Android SDK, so we have installed Android Studio. So Android SDK will be there in the corresponding folder. So while installing, it will be asking for which location we need to install this Android Studio. So in that location, mostly this Android SDK will be there. Okay, so don't get confused. So go to this location part from this platform tools. Okay, one, then tools, the second one, and inside that tools, bin, third one. The three path we need to be set in environment variables. Okay. Now the installation part for the Android SDK is also done. Now, now 50% of the installation part we have completed. The environment we have created Java and Android SDK. From that Android Studio, from that Android SDK, we have done all the installation part, all these kind of things, right? Okay. Now we are moving on to the major installation, that is Appium. I already told Appium is a web server. Okay, they are not providing any exe file or something, just like we need to download or double click and installing, just like Android Studio or something like that. No. So first of all, for installing Appium, we need Node.js. Okay, how to download Node.js? I will give out the path for that. There is other ways we can download Node.js, but directly download from the website, that will be good. Okay. Sorry. You can see this is the Node.js. Okay. From here, just click on this Windows installer. It will be automatically give the installer for our Node.js installer for our machine. Okay. It will be zip file is there and installer is there. Installer is nothing but exe file, which whether we can install it. And just like folder is also there. You can download the folder and copy paste in somewhere in your C or something like that. Okay. So download it and install the Node.js. So inside Node.js, we have npm command. Okay. So npm command is actually we are using to install other set of packages. Now, after installing Node.js, again in our environment variables. So in environment variables, we have now set two things. One is, I'm again repeating for your understanding purpose. Okay. First of all, we have set Java home. Second one, we have set Android home. In on Android home, we have set platform tools. Inside that tools, we have set up the bin folder. Completed. Now, Node.js we have downloaded. For the Node.js, in our path, we need to mention the corresponding path for the Node.js. So we can see here. Yes, npm is there. You can see here, right? So it is downloaded in the corresponding my app data folder. So that's why. So I have given npm like that. So app data roaming npm. Okay. So that is the environment variables we have set. So after setting this environment variables, just take out your command prompt. First of all, I already showed, just I will show one more time. Java is installed properly, Java -version. Okay, Java version 8 is there. Now, what are things I have installed? npm, right? Node.js installed properly, Node-v. Okay, version 14.17 is already installed. Okay, now npm -v, that is the version. 6.14 is the version. Now, Node.js is installed successfully. So inside Node.js, we have npm commands, which we can able to download the external library files, packages. Okay, well, not libraries, well, I would say like packages. Okay, now Node.js installation is completed. Now we are moving to the main part, that is the Appium installation. Okay, now I'm going to install Appium directly from here. We have a command for that. Okay, npm install. Okay, Appium. So I'm just giving npm install Appium like that. Okay, so it will be Just a minute. I'm sorry for that. Missed one thing. npm install, that is the G is there. Okay, so don't miss that one, otherwise it will be getting failed. Okay, that will be routing to the internal classified faulty files. Okay, so npm install -g apm. So apm currently we in the real time we have 1.16 version is there. Okay, um, yes, so it will be installing the latest version. npm install -g apm will be installing the latest version of the apm. Surely it will be installing 1.16. Okay, so based on your analysis, maybe you are working in the company and the company you have analyzed like apm 1.10 I need to install. Just use the same command and inside that npm install -g, just use the corresponding version. That's it, 1.10. So it will install the corresponding APM version. Okay, now just like mentioned, I'm already installed the APM. That's why I'm not installing. So npm install -g APM. Click enter. It gone. It will be start downloading the APM. That's it. Completed. All the things we have completed. Okay, these are the basic settings that we need for to start the APM automation. Okay, I will go through one more thing. Before going to the Eclipse and execution part, do we have any doubts regarding the installation and all these things? If we are good, we can move forward.
Yeah, team. I mean, if you're good, please type that you're good, so that it will be we'll be able to know it. So, are you guys able to do it? Or if you have any sort of doubts, you can just type them. Okay, so seems like, I mean, they might have not done the prerequisite in between. So yeah, yeah, someone is typing up I'm good. Yeah, perfect. So let's move on then. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Yes. Now the installation part and all these things we have completed, right? Now, so in Eclipse, I have created a Maven project. Okay, you can see here Maven project. So why all the peoples which using for the automation using the Maven project? Why we can use normal Java project? Yes, we can use normal Java project as well for the automation purpose. But if we are moving through with the Maven project, the one thing, just like the folder structure, you can see here, source main Java, source main resources, source test Java. Now the automation teams, mostly they are using this Maven project because of the structuring and the provide of the dependency file. Okay, just I'm giving a high level for that dependency. Okay, pom.xml file. In that pom.xml file, we can just mention the dependency. It will be moved to the corresponding incorporated website host address, and which will be checking for the corresponding folder which they are provided. Maybe in system they are provided within the certificate ID, and checking for the version, and it will be downloading from the corresponding Apache instance JSON command. Okay, from there actually Maven is handling by the Apache. So from there they are providing this dependency to the corresponding Maven folder which installed in our machine. So it will be downloading to the Maven folder. I think you guys know about that. Okay, from there we are utilizing those library files now. So don't think don't get confused. I have added a lot of dependency. Okay, don't look into those dependencies, and we need only one dependency here. Okay, this is the dependency io.apm, that is a Java client, the version 1.10. Okay, the version currently which I am using is, you can see, 7.3.0. Okay, so 1.10 is mostly it's old version, but just mention like it's it's stable version. That's why mostly everyone will be saying like yes, 1.10, but currently I'm used 7.3.0 as of now. I have done a lot of automation within devices. It's quite working fine. Just mention like for the Java 16 also you can try. Okay, I'm not saying like don't use Java 16. The website also they're telling like Java 8 is the base things. If you are using Java 8, there will not be any issues. Okay, if the company is telling like you have only 2 days, you need to install this framework and all these things, and we need to start automation. At that time, do we get enough time to do a research or something like that? No. At that time, what are the prerequisites they are telling, we will be following up that. That's it. But if you have some time, install Java 16 and do the rest of the settings and try to analyze. If there is any issue, try to sort it out. Okay, that's my suggestion. So currently, this is the main dependency needed. Create a Maven project. Okay, in that Maven project, the pom.xml file, inside that XML file, add the dependency io.apm Java client. The current version which I am using is 7.3.0. Settings and all these things completed. Okay, now you are ready to start the automation. Okay, now I'm not added any structuring part here. Okay, I'm not adding any structuring or something. Just created a class one and try to execute from here itself. Before the execution part, what we have done the settings and all these kind of things, right? We have installed Java. Now the Eclipse we have installed. We have created a project, and Node.js we have installed for Java. Node.js, we have configured the Android home. These three configurations we have set in the environment variables. Appium is also installed. Now we are ready. Which one we need? What we need? The main thing we need to automate. What? The device, right? Where is the device? Okay. So real-time device is there. Emulator is there. The copy of the, maybe a blueprint of the real device. I have connected the real device here. Okay, it's already connected to the USB cable through my laptop. Okay, after installing and all these kind of things, after setting the environment variables and all these kind of this, just take the command prompt. Okay, in command prompt, if any of the devices is available, I will trail the real device later. Sorry for that. Okay, otherwise it will be confused. Take out the Android Studio. Okay, in Android Studio you can see here tools. Okay, now we are going to create an emulator. Okay, we are going to do the automation in an emulator, not in real device. Okay, so Android Virtual Device Manager. So it will be calling like Android Virtual Device Manager. Okay, click on this one. So I have created so many devices here. So don't check on this one. Okay, create virtual device. Click on create virtual device. So Android, what are the categories they are providing? TV, Android TV is there. You can create Android TV. Phone, Wear OS, that is watch. Okay, tablet is there. So this automotive is also there. Automotive actually it's nothing but the real-time device which we are using in the like in car dashboard and all this kind of things, but not a try that one automotive. Okay, but just try it with TV and phone. That is quite good. Okay, and phone, currently we need phone. So in phone also they are providing a lot of list of the devices, pixel, XL, and a lot of device names they are providing with the corresponding resolution. So the company is telling like maybe they need to check on Samsung, right? Mostly in US, Canada, they are using Samsung, and if it is coming to Indian side also, we need to check what will be the preferred device. Based on the research we need to calculate, otherwise the client will be providing the devices we need to be automated. So check out your device is available here. If it is not there, okay, just click on new hardware profile and create a hardware based on your resolution and all this kind of things. Okay, if your device is already there, okay, pick out that device, but my suggestion is always select the devices which having a play store, because the other devices play store and all this kind of not there. For example, like you have created an emulator from the play store, you need to download your app, okay, and you need to install in your emulator. So if you are using any other kind of devices, play store is not there, we can install play store. That is quite too much difficulty is there. You need to check out the emulator background coding part. We need to take out the library files. From that you need to write a lot of codes. We need to rewrite the coding part to add up play store in there. It's so much difficulty, right? So always choose devices which having a play store, which you can install your app. Maybe your company is released an app, okay, and that installed released through the play store. Now you need to check that application, right? So you need to install that application through the Play Store and you need to check that. So how will you install that in your emulator? So choose this option. That will be so much easier for you. Okay. So select Pixel 3a, click on next. Now it will be asking for your OS. Okay, you can see here, right? Up to Android 11, it's there. A lot of OS is there. Download your corresponding. I have already downloaded Pi. Okay, 9 version, it's already there. So download your corresponding OS and click on select that one and click on next. Now you need to name your device. Okay, click on finish. It will be creating your Android virtual emulator is created successfully. Okay, you can see here 3 emulators are there. Okay, now this is the emulator. Okay, it's nothing but how to add in here. I'm sorry, I showed the Pixel 4. Okay, in Pixel 4 you can click on this run button. Okay, launch this AVD in the emulator. Click on this run button. It will be loading the device in here. Just take out this emulator from here, the down part, and you can see the added emulator in here. It's done. Okay, now we can start the automation. Before that, starting the automation things, I need to start. I have installed the Appium, right? And Appium, I need to, that is actually a server. So we know about that. It's a piece of code which installed in the web server to run the configuration within the devices. That is a piece of code we have downloaded and it is added within the Node.js web server. It is there. That server is there. It's just like a small machine. We can think like that. Okay. We need to start that server. Okay. Then only the code from our Java will be go to that Appium server and it will be communicate with the device, right? So we need to start that server. It is now itself, it's off. Okay, we can start that server. How we are going to start? Command, just type Appium. That's it, nothing more. Okay, but before starting Appium, okay, currently I'm going to do the automation in Chrome browser. Okay, so before starting the automation things, go to your Google Chrome browser. So inside settings, okay, in settings about Google Chrome, so you will get the latest version for that one. Okay, sometimes that's what currently I'm using a restricted device. So while installing the device, okay, while installing the Appium, inside the Appium we have Appium driver is there. Okay, the web driver which will be automatically downloaded, and we have a framework is there, that is UI automator. Okay, the version, if you are using Android 4 and above that one, we are using UI automator framework. Okay, Android 6 and above. So if it is Android 6 below to that one, we'll be using UI Automator. That will be depending upon the Android version. So for example, you are going to be automate Android version 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, you can simply use UI Automator. So UI Automator is nothing but a framework which installed within the Appium. So we are installing Appium, right? Inside that one, UI Automator is also there. So don't worry about that. Don't get confused. The installation part, we are doing only the Appium. So inside that Appium, UI Automator and the Chrome driver and the Appium driver is already there. Don't get confused. But sometimes there is a possibility like the Chrome driver is not going to support. While executing, it will not launch the Chrome browser. There can be some issues. So in those kind of cases, go to your Selenium website. Okay, go to your Selenium website, and from the Selenium website, you can download Chrome browser version. So you know about that, right? Chrome driver downloads. So here up to 92 it's coming. So it is another website. I'm not taking another website. I'm sorry for that. Okay. From the Selenium main website, go to downloads. First of all, in your emulator, check out the Chrome version. So in Play Store, okay, you need to check it will be in the latest version of Chrome. So Google Chrome, you can see here. You know about the how to update the app, right? So if it is showing like update, just click on this update. The Chrome will be adding to the latest version. So currently I'm using 91. So I have downloaded the Chrome driver. So you can see here, third-party browsers. So it will be Chrome. Click on the documentation part, Chrome driver, click on the downloads, 91. So you can download Chrome driver Win32. So that is fine. Win32-bit is fine for us. So that is installed, and I have downloaded, and as corresponding, you can see. So this is here, okay, Chrome driver. So you can see here, I have downloaded and unzipped that one. And this application, Chrome driver application is here. Now, I'm going to start the Appium, right? So before within that starting the Appium command, we need to mention the browser value. That's it. So it will be starting the Appium with the corresponding browser, Chrome drive. Okay. So the command will be so Appium Chrome driver executable, okay, and mention the corresponding folder where we are put the corresponding Chrome drive. Okay, and clicking enter. Okay, you can check whether it is starting or not. It should start. Welcome to Appium. So my current version is 1.21. Okay, the install. So I just installed like npm install Appium. That's it. So it installed the latest version Appium 1.21. Okay, so here I just started the Appium, just typing the Appium keyword hyphen which the corresponding cron driver executable. In that I'm giving the corresponding path. Okay, the cron driver executable, you can see that, and it started on a port 4723. That's it. The Appium started successfully. Okay, now move on to our scripting part. Okay, currently I'm going to load the Chrome browser. Okay, for initially we have a different set of capabilities we need to be add for the Android devices. The one thing which we need the device name. So device name we will be getting decide capabilities class is there. We need to close the corresponding class. Decide capabilities is equal to new decide capabilities. In that we are setting up the capabilities. First we are setting device name. Device name is not so important. If you are removing this device name also, it will work. So don't think like that. But We can add, okay, device name. That will be adding some more priorities for the set capabilities. Device name, Pixel 4. So we have created an emulator, right? So we can check what will be the name for that. In that emulate, um, go to ABD manager. So the name is Pixel 4. The same name I have given in here, Pixel 4. Okay, platform version. I have added 9.0 that I have showed, right? While installing, I have installed Android version 9.0. If you have any doubt, just again take out this Android Studio. So you can see here target Android 9.0. So it is mentioned like that. So in our code, just mention 9.0. That's it. Platform name Android. Yes, Android. Surely currently we are focusing on the Android device. So surely we need to mention Android. Okay. Now, and automation name. So this is what I told. Inside the Appium, we have a framework which will be installing for the automation purpose. That is UI Automator is there. UI Automated 2 is there. Android 6 and above version, we can mention like UI Automated 2. So don't worry for that. Okay, if you are moving on with Android version 5, 4 or something, you need to mention UI Automator. Just mention UI Automator. Okay, so currently I'm using 9 version, so you can mention UI Automated 2. Now, the setting browser is Chrome. We are setting the capability for that. And the current version which I'm using is 92. Okay, now we are using the keyboard functionalities, right? So you are using your mobile. In that settings, you will be going to the keyboard functionality. You'll be enabling some English keyboard functionality. That is a base thing which is already in there in the Android device, and we are using that one. That keyboard is not accessible by. So using the keyboard, we are entering the values to the corresponding text box, right? So those keyboards are not accessible by Appium, means Android. Okay, so for that one, actually, the corresponding Appium is using Unicode keyboard. So Unicode keyboard, while installing the Appium in our machine, that some kind of package is already in their Appium library files. Okay, while we are running, it will be installing this Unicode keyboard in your mobile, and it is using those keyboard for the remaining execution purpose. Unicode keyboard after the execution, you can check out in the settings part. If you are using real devices, you can check out the keyboard enabling part, whether in your settings, the Unicode keyboard will be there. So Unicode keyboard is used by the Appium used for the keyboard actions, not the keyboard which already installed in our machine. So we need to make sure that this one is set true, and reset keyboard is also set true. So after the execution part, it will be restoring the keyboard. Okay, so please make sure these two things, because people sometimes will be forgetting this reset capabilities and they are executing the code, and the send keys is they are telling that send keys are not working because we need to enter some text, right? So we are using dot send keys. Inside that we are sending the values. That is because this keyboard is not handled properly. So if you are adding these two commands, it will be working proper. Okay. Now the decide capabilities and all these things we have done. Now we are assigning like driver equal to new Android driver within the new URL localhost. So it's already there in that command. You can see here. So in the command prompt, just check interface listener started on 0.0.0.0.0. The port number 4723, right? The same we are mentioned in here. Localhost means it will be getting our localhost 000. Okay. In the port 4723 within WD hub. Okay. So that is a URL. That is a service URL which providing. It's a service URL. Okay. This service URL is connecting with the corresponding Android driver. Okay. So don't think you don't get confused. Okay, that is the reset capabilities we are giving. So after the reset capabilities we are setting, it will be getting the device control and getting the Chrome browser control. So after that, the driver is assigned to the common class. You can see here. So from there we will be getting the different set of functionality. So it is just common, just like the Selenium commands. Driver.get URL is the, so remaining commands we can use. Some the only things is the identification of the locator spot. So this is the Chrome browser. I will execute this one and we can check how it's happening. So here it will be loading the Chrome browser and the YouTube. Okay, so let me execute this. I have started the Appium server, right? Okay, so I'm going to execute here. Android Studio. Yes, so you can see here Chrome browser is loaded and it's typing, it should type youtube.com. Yeah, it's loaded youtube.com, right? Yeah, execution is completed. That is for Chrome browser. Okay, now we are not really using the Chrome browser, we are using app, YouTube app, right? We are installing YouTube app from the Play Store and we are using those kind of apps also. So I can load that corresponding app. So the app is also already installed in this emulator. Okay, from the Play Store I have installed. So you can see here. So I have installed the app. So while after install the app, okay, there is some slight changes in the design capabilities. So we can take out the app here. So you can see I have given the same device name, Android version, that is platform name Android, UI automated 2, and the remaining things are there. The only change is Chrome name, that is the browser name and browser version was their previous things. In app package and app activity. So how we'll be getting this app package and app activity? So in your mobile or in emulator also, you can install APK info. Okay, APK info, just like another app is there. You can install that app. So inside that APK info app, it will be listing all the apps which installed in your mobile. For example, like you are installing a lot of apps, maybe for TCS, Infosys, YouTube, and all this kind of things. So many apps are there. Just take out your app info app in your mobile. So inside that one, it will be left side listing all the devices. Against that one, it will be listing. Click on the corresponding devices. It will be showing like what will be the app package and what will be the app activity. So previous times, we have a lot of options now to get the app package and app activity. Previous time, how we are getting means nothing. We are asking to the developer people. So what will be the app package and app activity? So we are directly getting from the developer and we are doing those kind of things, right? So now it's so much easy. We have a lot of apps to get this app package and app activity. So you can directly install from the Play Store and you can check that. Okay. Yes. So I have given the app package and activity for the YouTube, and I'm clicking on a create button is there. So inside that home page, we have a create icon button is there. I'll be clicking on that. That's it. Okay. So I will execute this one in emulator and we can check. If anything is already taken, don't worry, it will be taking the app. So you can see the app is loading. This is app. Okay. So say remainder is showing. I'm not handling that one, but I'm clicking on the create icon. You can see the plus symbol is there. Okay, it's click on that. So inside that, we can now move on to the different set of functionalities. That's it. So app is loaded successfully and click on the corresponding button. Okay. It is also completed. Now, the main part is we need to identify the elements inside this app or within the web page to identify the automation things, right? First of all, okay, let do the automation for this Node.js website. Okay. So how will you identify the elements? If it is in Selenium, you will be right click, inspect here, right? So first of all, it will be loading like this. So from the HTML, you will be identifying the different set of locators. So we have locators, ID, class name, based on name, XPath, okay, right? We can copy from here. First of all, for the web application, if we are using, those locators are reusable to the Android device within Chrome browser. Okay, always think within Chrome browser. We are, what are the elements we have identified in desk for the desktop, the same elements properties we can use in Android, but maybe in some cases it will be failed. So only for that cases we need to again identify the elements. For example, like here I am identifying home. Okay, in home it is href, so it will be a link text. So we can mention like driver dot find element, okay, by dot link text. Inside that link text we'll be giving home, so it will be identifying and clicking on this code. That's it. Otherwise you can copy this XPath from here. I'm currently copying from here. Now after implementing this one, we can execute, it will be clicking on home. We can implement here driver dot corresponding element dot click. So it may be work or may not work. So this is actually a version which we are opened in our desktop, right? That is, I'm loading in the laptop. So in Chrome browser, we have a provision. We can see here toggle device toolbar. Did you ever notice anything like that? Click on this, it will be showing your emulator view, that is the device view. So you can see here in device it will be showing like this. So what is the change with the actual desktop view and the mobile view? You can you notice the difference? Home, about, downloads, docs, it's horizontally displaying in this web page, right? When it to the mobile view, see, it's listed down below like that, right? So in those kind of cases, there will be some slight changes to the elements locator. Otherwise, the entire things are same only. So here also you can switch into the, so if you are currently we are focusing on the mobile automation part. So always switch into this view. And if it is you focusing on the Chrome browser, from here try to identify the elements. You can click on home and copy XPath. Maybe you can write the XPath also. Okay. And here you can put the corresponding value and you can give like click or something like that and you can do the corresponding action. That's it. Okay, that is regarding the Chrome browser. Now, moving on to the app that you have installed from Play Store, right? How you are able to identify the elements for that corresponding app. Okay, so YouTube is actually a hybrid app. That is the combination of web application and native. Okay, web application, that's currently I have showed, right? The www.youtube.com. That is a web application. So they have created an app. So you can see here. So they have created an app. So the topmost part, YouTube, and the search, the button listing part is the native part. So here it's the middle part, it's identifying the web part, and the below part, home, explore, and it is providing the native part. Now, so how can you say like it is a native part or web part? So how can you identify those kind of things? If those kind of questions are there, if you think anything like that. So if you are using the device, okay, in settings, or currently I'm using Xiaomi, okay, that's my device. So in Xiaomi, actually go to your settings. In that about phone is there. Okay, in about phone, you can double click, maybe 5 times you can tap on the developer tools. About phone, sorry. In about phone, build version is there. In about phone, build version is there. In that build version, tap 5 times. So it will be enabling developer options. Okay, if you want to connect with the real-time device. So in developer options, okay, we have an option like so in developer option, we have an option like show layout boundaries. Okay, show layout boundaries. So if you are enabling that option, so it will be listing, I will show that, just a quick one. Let me take out. So I have connected with the real-time device, okay, but it's a little bit difficult to share the screen. That's why. Let me take another source that I can show that one. So that will be easy for you guys. So if you are using any other kind of Android devices, also no issues, just search out. So how to enable the developer options in your devices, just enable that one. So in developer options, I have enabled show layout boundaries. You can see here, right? So inside that, so this is the thing. So the details inside the red block, they are the native part. Okay, they are the native part. If the I will refresh that one, you can see this is my screen again. I will take out the YouTube from my phone. I will take out the YouTube. Okay, this is an easy way that how we can differentiate between a native site and the website. So everyone is telling that I have installed the hybrid app. From the hybrid app, how can you identify whether it is a web part or native part? So we can see easily identify like this. See, it's quite easy, right? Yeah. So that is native part and web part. So if it is a native part, okay, web part I have already told you, like in Chrome browser, you can take out the same XPath also we can use for the app which we install using the Play Store also. Okay, for the website. So if you are identifying the native part, so you can see here UI automator in Android, that already we have installed Android SDK, right? In SDK, tools is there, tools folder. Inside the tools folder, UI automator is there. Inside bin folder, sorry, inside bin folder, UI automator is there. Click on this UI automator. It will be, it's already closed. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Click on this one. It will be opening a page like this. You can see here UI automator viewer. Okay, from here, click on the device screenshot. It will be taking the corresponding device screenshot. So currently I have two devices, right? One real-time device is there, one emulator is there. So I need to take the screenshot, currently taking the screenshot of the real-time device. Okay. So let me take out the YouTube homepage here. Taking the see, it is loading the YouTube interface, right? From here, actually, I clicked on this part. So in the positive, that is the upload video button. That is actually upload video button. Okay. So just mouse over. So it will be actually highlighting. Already it's highlighted mode. It's showing a lot of red blocks are shown. So that's why it's not able to view properly. So click on here. Okay. And so a lot of identifications are there. Maximum, we need to disable that. Show layer boundaries, and we can take out the screenshot. Just a minute. So we can see here. I'm taking one more time for that screenshot. And from here, you can see here, right? From it is identifying the portions. So you click on this corresponding icon. So you can see here, class is there, package value is there, content description is there. So if you are moving on with the native part, the main thing which we are using for the locator identification is text, resource ID, class, package, content description. These values. So you can see the XPath which I have written here for the app. So first of all, I have given the class name, double slash, class name, inside that square bracket, keyword, which I have given correspondingly content description. Content description, create. So this is the XPath which I have written for the native side. So I'll be clicking on this part. Okay, so this is the main thing. So this is the execution which we have seen for the web browser as well as the app side. App side, which we are focusing on the hybrid app. If it is on native app, just like the same thing, always we need a UI automator to identify the locators. That's it. Now, we have one more option is there, Android desktop. I will quickly tell about that. So we have installed Java and all these kind of things and Appium. We are running the code from our Eclipse Studio and we are running the scripts in that emulator, right? So we have one more option is there, Android desktop. So, okay. I'm sorry for that. Appium desktop, not Android desktop, Appium desktop. Appium desktop. Okay. Click on the main Appium website and you can download it from here. Okay, Appium desktop. Otherwise, just take out the main website. So download Appium, you can see here, right? This is for Appium, and for Appium desktop, you need to focus on this one, Appium desktop. Okay, Appium you can directly from download from here also, it will be working. So Appium desktop for Windows, Linux, and OS X. So just download, it is actually an exe file, just install that one. So after install, you can search your Appium. So you can see here, right? I have already installed in here my machine. Just click on Appium. One thing, this is just like our Selenium ID. I think you guys gone through the Selenium, right? Selenium ID. Selenium ID is used for record and playback. We can do the scripting part as well, but it is a little bit difficult for Selenium ID. Just like the same Selenium ID, they're providing this Appium desktop. We can record and play that, and we can identify the locators directly from there. Let me show that. I think it's already started Appium from there. So Appium desktop is also starting Appium server. So we have started from the Node.js, this command, right? So we need to close this one. Which it will be taking some time. Yeah. So we can see this is the window which opened for the Appium. So here also it will be starting the Appium server. So it is not from the Node.js or Appium which we have downloaded from the command prompt. It is starting from this UI itself. Okay, so this Appium is installed inside this Appium desktop, not externally. Okay, I'm starting this server. The server is started successfully. Okay, now go to File and New Session window. Okay, now you can see the decide capabilities. Okay, I have already saved the decide capabilities. If you want, you can add the decide capabilities. Just like in our code, we have add a dot of decide capabilities, right? So same like you can add the values in here. Text. Text will be, what will be the text? So here will be device name, Pixel 4, platform version. So like that, device name, you can give here value. Platform name, you can give here the value. So it will be listing in here. So I have already saved a decide capability here, you can see. So can you see here the platform version, platform name, UI automator, app package. I'm loading the YouTube. So after giving the decide capabilities in here, just click on start session. Yeah, it is starting. Actually, it will take some time because we need to set up the decide capabilities and settings, right? So it should load the YouTube app. Just checking. Yeah, it's loaded. Actually, my network is not connected with mobile. Just check one more time and retry. I'm refreshing from here. Actually, the source. It is lost. Yeah, it's taken. You can see here the YouTube app is loaded successfully. Okay, now we have an option like start recording. Start recording. Okay, after click on the start recording, just click on the actions. I'm selecting this video and click on tab. You can see the action will be recording here. So just like our Selenium writing. So you can, if you want, first of all, you can install the Android desktop and you can record all the steps. So after recording all the steps, you can go to your automation page as well. So that will also a good thing. Okay, so you can see here Java JUnit it's using. No need to worry about JUnit or this kind of things. It's providing a sample script here. You can use this sample script for our automation purpose. Okay, so that is the thing. And also you will be getting the locators directly from here. See, XPath is here, accessibility ID is here, element ID is there, package, class, text. So all these kind of locators we are getting from this Android desktop. So how we need to get the locators? We can get a question like that. So from the web, if it is a web application, we can directly fetch the locators from the Chrome browser based on ID, XPath, and this kind of things. So if it is a native part or something, we'll be using the UI automator. And also we can get the locators using this Appium desktop as well. Okay, so this is the overall things. Okay, now I will give a quick roundup for the cloud environment which we are using. I'm stopping this one. I've already mentioned like pCloud, right? So it is actually a paid version. We need to need license to run in pCloud. Okay. So if we want any free version or something, you can start a free trial version here. Okay. So I have already tried the free trial version. Currently, I will log in. I'm not executing here. Okay, I will tell what is happening in this. So I have created an account. After login, it is so simple. Okay, after login, you can see the devices tab. In the devices tab, they are providing Android and iOS devices. See, this is real devices. Okay, not emulators or something. This is real devices. They in their company they are providing a lab. In that lab they have set up a server. Through that server they are providing the connectivity to us. So those devices showing in the blue color, that is available for the automation purpose. Okay, so now we need to connect to this device. How we can connect? So simple. Select the capabilities tab. We are focusing on Android. If it is on app testing, avoid. We can focus on browser testing. And device location, India. Device manufacturer, which device you need. Okay, I need HTC. Version here, 6. How much time we need to do the automation in this? Maybe 15 minutes or something. 10 minutes is fine. Get the decide capabilities. See, what are the device decide capabilities we return in there? It's providing from directly from here. Copy this code, add it in here, You can simply add it in here, assign this driver to our common driver, which are assigned to here. Okay. Assign to here. Now write our code, just right click and execute. It will be executing our code in corresponding the device, the short device. So maybe you are using a free version. So there can be some types of issues can be here because pcloud is used worldwide. Okay. So in the dashboard, the device column, it is showing like the device is available. Okay. And we'll be checking the corresponding device, Samsung 9.0.0. So in our code also, we will be mentioning like Samsung. Okay. Samsung 9.0.0, you will be mentioning like this. So you have seen here, in this here, you have seen that it is available and it will be surely need to be executing this device. After right click, you will be executing, you will be getting an error like device is not accessible. Why? Why means like mentioned, this is worldwide. Okay. So quick, within milliseconds, this type of device are using by a lot of people. So it will be in not available state and we are not able to execute in this. So that's why this is a cloud environment. A free license is there, but sorry, not free license. We can simply use the free trial for some of the cases and we can check out the execution part. But there is some cost for the cloudy environment. So we can preferably buy some of the devices for our automation purpose. Means you can buy some devices that will not be used by the other persons. That is dedicated to our system. So we can buy some devices like that and we can do the automation like that. This is quite easy, right? No setups and all these things are not there. Just write the code, just take out their decide capabilities, run your code in your cloud environment. So this is also good. And the device setup, the initial cost, if we are able to bear the initial cost, that is also good. So you can choose which one will be the best option. Okay. Yeah, that's it regarding my overall details regarding the prerequisites, installation, and the execution part. You have any questions?
Yeah, so let me take the first question. So it was asked by Adra.
Sure.
So I think she asked a little earlier, can we launch Chrome browser similar to other apps without Chrome driver?
Without Chrome driver means I have given a Chrome driver in here. That's the doubt for Adira. Can
I
you
think
repeat that
so.
question, please?
So can we launch Chrome browser similar to other apps without Chrome driver? I think she asked this question at the time.
Yeah. Sure. So that's what I
Okay.
am saying. Like, so I have given a command for the Appium installation. You can see here, right? npm install -g Appium. So in while installing this Appium, inside that one, we have Appium driver is there. Chrome driver will be automatically downloading. Okay. Chrome driver will be automatically, the latest browsers will be automatically downloading as a package, and inside that Appium, it will be automatically restoring there. So you don't need to specifically saying that Chrome driver version to run that. But in my machine, actually, there is some restrictions. So it is blocked while installing the Appium package. That's what I'm saying. Like if you are installing this Appium kind of things from your company, so it will be, we are not able to identify whether it is installed properly or not. There is a lot of restrictions are there. You know about that in company, there is a lot of website they are blocking. Okay, so those kind of blockage will be there. So we are not able to identify the Chrome browser is installed properly or not. Okay, so in those kind of cases, in my currently my system, it is blocked. So that's why I have given a command like, you can see here, Chrome driver is downloaded to my machine and I have given the corresponding path while starting the Appium. We don't need that command. We can simply give Appium. If it is installed properly, we can simply give Appium without giving any Chrome driver.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need
So
to mention any Chrome driver version.
okay. So I think Adra had asked one more question. So for each application, Appium is installing any driver.
No, only one time Appium driver will be installed. At the initial time when we are installing the Appium, it will be installing Appium driver. That's it.
Okay. Another question is, can we parallelly run the app in multiple devices using Peak Cloud?
Yes. So you can see here the so for example, I will tell a quick thing. Okay. So you have written 3 decide capabilities in your code. Okay. 4721, 4722, 4723. Okay. 3 port numbers. Now take out your command from ADB devices. Okay. So ADB devices is nothing but if we are typing this command, what are the devices connected to your machine will be listing in here. Currently, you can see 2 devices added to my machine. One is emulator and the other one is real-time device. Okay, so we have a command like we can add up these devices to a corresponding port. So that is little bit tricky. Okay, but we can do like that. So maybe there is a serial USB cable is there. Through that USB cable, we can add 2 physical devices. We can connect 2 physical devices at the same time. So we can connect like that the USB cable. So after connecting, so we are connecting the devices to the port. So first devices will be connecting through, maybe we can say like that 4721, and the second devices we can connect like 4722. So the decide capabilities that will be to the first device, and the decide capabilities we are setting to the second device. Now you can use this decide capabilities and your test cases to run in the corresponding devices parallel. Got it? So
Yeah.
multiple devices we can connect parallelly and we can run our codes within the corresponding devices. But at the same time, we can do only one type of automation. Maybe in device one, we can do in web app. Otherwise, the app which installed, that is the application which installed using the Play Store. That is the OS dependent application. Okay, any one type of automation we can do in one device, not both. But in parallel execution, we can have.
Yeah, perfect. So, any questions? I mean, I don't see any questions from YouTube. In fact, anyone have any more questions? Please use your chat window. Who have been there watching us right now, and also please do subscribe our YouTube channel also, because we will be coming up more sessions in the coming weeks. So I can do one thing. I can allow everyone to unmute. If someone want to ask any question, you can do it right now. So if anyone want to unmute and ask anything, uh, go
Yeah.
for it.
So, hi sir. So, one doubt regarding using the locator XPath. Does it slow down our execution speed?
Sorry.
Does the usage of XPath instead of ID or class names slow our execution speed?
Yeah, always use id or name. That is the preferred locators when we are moving for the device side. Okay, why means XPath, there is a lot of possibility, like I will show an example for that. It's already connected now, so the connection is gone out, right? So there is a possibility that there is lengthy XPath. Okay, possibility of lengthy XPath or something like that. So that is the one thing, but preferably when we are moving on with the device set of automation, mainly we are focusing on ID or name. The accessibility ID is there. So preferably we are using the accessibility ID. XPath, yes, most of now we are also using XPath. Quite, we can use XPath. I'm not saying like don't use any type of XPath for this automation purpose, but mainly focus on accessibility ID, because the identification of the elements and the elements 100% identification, which will be possible by the accessibility ID. In most of the, if they are quite accurate about the automation things, if the accessibility ID is not available, maybe not put by the development team, we will be having a discussion with the dev peoples and will be taking like, surely you need to give the accessibility ID. Okay, but if it is not possible, yeah, people will be moving on with XPath.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe we can take one last question if anyone have. It's almost 7:40. Anyone have any more questions? Okay, I think we are good. So I think this was a real great session. I mean, so thank you so much, Vaishak. I mean, this was really great session, and thank you for all the people who have joined, both through Zoom and also through YouTube. So stay safe. Take care. We'll connect with you next week with more sessions. So thanks all. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.